This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel under the weather today, and so you've got me, Eric Raymer, hanging out with you, and we're here to help you build your brand right here on the radio. Lots of cool things happening here at Experience Pros. As many of you may be aware, we launched an initiative, 1,000 fans in 100 days. If you want more information on how you can start to work on gaining an organic following, and I'm not talking about stuff that you go out and buy on Twitter or any of that stuff, but an organic following where people will be interested in what you're doing, and not only that, but they will help become power partners for you to help you do what you do as you help them do what they do. More information there. Go to massivemediaexposure.com. That's massivemediaexposure.com and download our report, 7 steps to how to develop or how to get featured on major market radio. And you think, oh, that scares me. Well, folks, it's time. My father, I don't know if I should say this over the air. My father used to have a phrase. It says it's time to pee or get off the pot. Right? And I think here in 2018, we need to say to our entrepreneur friends, let's not stay where we are today. Let's make a decision to act, and that action has positive ramifications and will cause positive reactions across the boards for the people that we connect with and so on. Interested in that 1,000 followers in 100 days, just connect with us. It's a 2-step process. You go to massivemediaexposure.com and you put your name and email address in to get that report. If you do step number 7 of the report, I promise you immediate results. You will become one of 800,000 registered sources for reporters and producers all across the world. So you want to become a valuable resource today? Go do this. Go to massivemediaexposure.com and put your name and email address. Then when you push that submit button, it's not only going to send you an email with that report in it, but it's also going to encourage you to join our community on Facebook. It's called Experience Pros Network. It's a group on Facebook, so you can look under groups and type in Experience Pros Network and join us. It's free. And Angel and I teach you every single week on how to develop your influencer status here, not just on the radio. We talk a lot about using the radio because the radio is still one of the most, if not the most cost-effective tools by which you can create influencer status and reach out to a larger audience than is imaginable. But you got to have a strategy to do it, because just going on the radio once ain't going to help anybody, folks. Okay. So massivemediaexposure.com, sign up for the report, become a part of our group. All of it's free. All right. Let's talk a little bit. There's on success.com, there's a blog called Girl Boss, and Girl Boss is an entity. That's what she goes by. And she says, I make an average salary. I contribute to my 401k monthly, and I travel abroad about every 3 months. And she says, well, I've been financially frugal my whole life. Saving is a skill that can easily be taught. Here's how to save big, like I did. And I found that this was kind of a cool topic to bring to you, because so often small business entrepreneurs and business owners don't really want to talk about budgeting. It's uncomfortable because most of us are not good at it. We've got some friends that we can refer you to if you need some help with budgeting, and you will thank us all day long for that referral. If you want to know more information about that, reach out to me at radio@experiencepros.com. It's radio@experiencepros.com. But there are a lot of people who have difficulty saving money, and here is how Girl Boss did it. She says, first of all, you got to make saving money exciting. Saving money's always been sexy to her because of its secretive nature. Whenever friends shared money gripes over drinks, I commiserated, but I couldn't understand how they allowed hard-earned dollars to slip through their fingers. there are simply some who are savers and there are some who are not. I have two sons and both are in their mid-20s, and one of them is a saver and the other is a huge spender, right? And it's kind of the way that they're wired. But you don't have to stay there. You can learn how to be more effective. Early on, she said I was told to put away at least 10% of whatever I made into a separate account, be it savings or a 401k or something else, and never touch it. She took that advice to heart and has realized that once it's out of sight, she didn't miss the money. But she does admire its growth, right? How about this? Not all sales are created equal. Everyone likes a deal, but you can create your own art to it, the art of patience and timing. There's a lot of things that we can wait for the proper timing. And when the timing is right, the timing is perfect. You've heard Angel and I say that over and over here on this program. When the timing is right, the discount falls into place, and, we're delaying our gratification. But the problem with it is, I want what I want. I've earned this money. I worked hard for this money, so I'm just going to spend this money. And that is a counterproductive and, in fact, detrimental attitude and disposition. How about this? Treat yourself for less. In this case, Girl Boss, who wrote this article, says she's always been a hair care girl and has a full cabinet of products to prove it. But since when does a simple haircut have to cost $100, right? Are there other ways that you can find somebody who might do maybe half that? Or, and those add up because every 6 weeks or so, we go out and get, more haircuts. Not me. I'm as bald as the day is long, but you get the idea, right? So there's, in almost every city, there are hairstylists who are looking for somebody to practice on. Do you risk? Sure you do, but go grab a deal. Your hairline, your haircut doesn't have to cost you the price of an airline ticket. And when you put it in that perspective, maybe, just maybe, after 3 haircuts, you can go somewhere. Think about it. How about this? Do the cool stuff you see online. One of the favorite hobbies is collecting passport stamps. Since last November, this girl has visited Iceland, Copenhagen, Belgium, Turks and Caicos, France, Canada, Wyoming, Colorado, Minnesota, and New Mexico. By the way, those last ones don't give you a passport stamp. I'm just letting you know. But with low-cost carriers becoming more and more ubiquitous, you have the opportunity to do things that are not super expensive. And maybe if you spend $60 on accommodations because you're able to pay for hotels with earned points from credit cards, you can maybe stay in an ultra luxurious hotel for free by redeeming those rewards. There's lots of ways that you can do it. So just thinking about budgeting, don't feel pressured to spend. You don't have to spend, and you should be transparent with yourself above all else. Hopefully that'll help somebody out there. And if that's you, leave us a note on our Facebook wall. We'd love to hear from you. And we will return right after these messages. You are listening to Eric Raymer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk.